Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
All right, guys, how y'all doing tonight, beautiful people? I'm gonna lead us off tonight on the Truth Podcast. So first, let me just say hi to everybody. Hey, D-Mac, how you
What's
doing?
up,
How was your
Mike?
day?
My day was long.
Okay.
Wednesdays are very long, but it was good.
Okay,
Got some great news today.
hump day for a reason, I guess. Michaela, how you doing today? You all
I'm
right?
wonderful. Thank you, Mike. How are you?
Hey, I'm okay. I'm here. And
There
that's
you
a
go.
good thing. P, Miss Chapter 1, how you doing?
Hey. I'm doing good, per usual. How you
Good.
doing, Mike?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there, so I'm good. I'm
That's
good.
Thanks for asking.
Mark D.
What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
How you?
I'm good. Man. Same old shit, different toilet. Y'all know me. Staying on the grind,
Oh, yeah.
being productive.
All right.
All right, peoples.
All right, so tonight, guys, we're going to talk
Hey,
about
T, hey.
should you, if it ain't yours, should you care, basically? And
If the child.
if the
ain't-
child is not yours, I apologize. If the child is not yours, should you care?
give him the
it-
title.
To
But not my
what
baby.
extent? To what extent
Yeah.
do you care?
Yeah,
right?
to what extent do you care?
In regards to taking care of someone else's children, you're in a relationship with. I guess that's the parameter that we got to add, right?
Yes.
That you're in a relationship with. It ain't just any kids. Like,
Right.
we love
yes,
the
not-
kids, right?
We
love
do.
the kids.
We love the kids. But if you're in a relationship, so boyfriend, girlfriend, married, if your mate comes with the kid and you don't, or if you do, should you treat them the same, or how should you treat them? This is very close to my heart because I had a great stepmother. I never had to really experience the boyfriend girlfriend thing growing up with my parents, but my dad married someone that wasn't my mother, and she was great to me. She treated me exactly like her kids. You would have thought she had me because nobody really knew any different unless you knew us.
Right.
So I think that, especially when you're married, that is what you are bringing to the table when you marry. Those vows say for better or for worse, for good or for bad, and all those good things. So you have to be prepared for that, even if the kid has never been around. And you know, if you're a wife and you know that husband has a kid, things happen, things can change. That kid could come live with you. How could you say, oh, or treat that kid any different way, or say, no, that kid can't come here, can't live with us, or treat that kid it's not the child's fault.
You said marriage, though. Let's take it down a notch and
So
just
let's
say per
give
se.
them the title
in
of
a
the show.
relationship.
Okay.
So they understand what we're talking about. So the title of the show is Not My Baby, Not My Problem. And Mark, if you could play that sound clip before we get too far into the conversation so they can understand where we got this topic from.
Okay.
He does not belong to me. It's your responsibility to take care of your son. I don't expect for when my kid, there's nobody taking care of my kids other than me. Talking about, they're your kids. So yes, you take care of our kids together and you take care of your son.
Okay, so y'all hear this woman telling this man who she has children with, he has a child that's not hers that lives with them, and she treats that child obviously different. And so he's confronting her and asking her, well, you know, how is he different? Why are you treating him different? She's like, he ain't my kid. You take care of our children and you take care of your child. So that's the premise of the topic today. So Mike was saying that he feels like there's is levels to it, right?
Yes. I feel like it's levels. The boyfriend and girlfriend, I think, is different, especially if you don't stay together. I can understand some dysfunction in that, if that makes sense, or lack of communication, if that makes sense. Boyfriend, girlfriend that don't stay together. But if you boyfriend and girlfriend and you stay together, you should be treating that child correctly, or as if it was one of your own. To me,
And no different than the other children in the home.
if you have kids and he have kids, and you guys don't have kids together, yes, you should be treating his kids just like you were treating yours, and vice versa. He should be doing the same thing.
What do you think, Penelope?
I feel like you have to be a really cold-hearted individual to mistreat a child. And I don't care if you in the home, outside the home. You know, you should treat every kid like you would want somebody to treat yours. But unfortunately, in the world we live in, especially when people are entering these relationships, they don't want the kid. They want the man or they want the woman. And they put on this front or this, this persona like they're family oriented or, this is what they really want. But really, that's just they just playing roles to get to you. And it's sad because people use kids to get close to you. I think that's really, really sad because don't play with my babies. Because that's near and dear to me. I'm going to go, hard for that. But, yeah.
So you said in or out of the house. So
Because I don't think it make a difference. I mean, if we stay together or we don't stay together, I'm still going to treat the baby like if my kids are eating good, your kid going to eat good.
right.
And that's
If
how
my
you
kid-
feel personally.
That's just
In
how
or
I
out the
feel.
house,
In or out the house. Now, I do feel like this. All kids ain't the same. So if it's a situation where your kid is like this orderly and does not listen,
And you might have to get on them a
right?
little more.
Don't respect authority, or then that's a whole. If I can't discipline the kid, or
If they don't respect you,
if they
enough
don't
to deserve
respect
that from
me,
you.
yeah, and the parent has to be backing that up, whoever I'm with.
Right.
So it's so many different levels to it, but
Absolutely.
So Todd said she need to grow up and he need to leave her because in a relationship or marriage, if you don't accept my child, I can't deal with you.
absolutely.
That's why I said I think in this one and the one that we're gonna embark on a little later, both of these people need to question why they're in a relationship with these
Period.
people.
Period.
From the first place, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why are you with this person, or why are you with a person who has kids if you feel like that about someone who has kids?
What's up, Michelle?
So let me give y'all a different perspective from the
Okay.
marriage point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So he has 4 other children. The oldest I've known since she was a baby. She cool. Is she a little bipolar right now? Absolutely. So I stay in my lane. But she's 26, 27. So I stay in my lane. She deal with her own issues. Second kid. This young lady has never went north with me. Like, she kept it 100 the whole time. Like, no matter what. Hey, Mom, how you doing? And she don't have to call me Mom, but that's what she started calling
That's
me.
what
So
she choose to.
that's what she comfortable with. But I treated all of them the same. All. Now, her younger sister. Disrespectful, and you not gonna disrespect me in my house
I'll hear
because
that.
I'm a go there because I got older kids. And ain't none of them disrespecting me. And I'm talking about from 28 to 15. I lay down the law because they're not disrespecting him. They're not disrespecting me.
Right.
Let's go a step further. His son, same age as my son, 15. I come in a house. I come in my house. You sitting in my living room. I walk past. You don't speak to me? Who? I went in there and I said, hey, what's going on? And
Right.
we had this private conversation. We ain't having it in front of the kid. But I allowed, because it's a place
you
and a
and
time.
him had a
Me and him
conversation.
have a
Right,
conversation. I
right.
said, hey, I felt like that was disrespectful when I come into my house. This is my house. You speak. I didn't sleep with you last night. My kids are not like that, though. My kids are raised differently. But I didn't have that conversation with the child. So
Right.
it is a place and time for everything in a situation. But you're not going to disrespect me and think you're going to continue to come to my house. And I'm going to treat you like my kids, and you're disrespectful because my kids, they get beat downs. I don't even have to go through that. You understand what I'm saying?
Because my kid
I'm-
would have never done that in the first place,
I'm-
so I wouldn't have had to talk to them.
because I'm parenting. But then you got some kids where they mothers have so filled their mind with so much garbage when they come see the other parent, they feel like,
They can act the fool too.
there you go.
Now let me ask you this: once you addressed it to him privately, did the situation change? Did it occur again?
I think the little boy went back and told his mom.
Okay.
And see, at that point, I grew up on Harper and Van Dyke. I'll meet you outside. Me and the mama.
To rumble in the
At
tumble.
this point,
Right.
she called, said, well, why did I didn't have a conversation with your kid. I had it with his daddy. I did what I thought was proper because he a kid.
Absolutely.
But guess what? That shows how you raising him. Because I've never treated him different. I bought him Christmas stuff, birthday stuff. I treated him just like I treat my kids.
It's okay then, but I feel like if I'm good enough to do that, then then I'm good enough to check. I'm good enough to check, correct, address,
My point
and
is
all of the above.
Because if I send my kids over your house, you have all of the right to have a conversation or check them or anything else if they doing something they not supposed to be
Absolutely.
doing. And if you feel like can't nobody check your kid, because that's what's wrong with this generation, keep them at home.
Yep.
Right.
Because when we was growing up, everybody in the neighborhood was whooping us before we even got to the house.
The
It
neighbor.
was really a village.
And that's
raising us.
another topic. Later.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, hey, if they become disrespectful, that ain't for me. Cause then I'm gonna have to meet your mama. And
And I don't think dealing with disrespect is treating the child differently. You're treating the child according to their behavior.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you're being treated differently, it's because you acting different.
And I don't reward
You know what
bad
I mean?
behavior.
Yeah.
So we
Right.
didn't see the whole scenario. Not saying that what she said is, is right, but I think when people are inside the home, they don't see what we see. Like they be like, "Oh, they so cute and they so this," and you be like, "Yeah, but this little, is really, really something else behind closed doors." So I think it all relies on the parent too, because you have to be backing me. If the parent don't have respect for the spouse or the partner or whoever you with, then the child gonna follow, because they only gonna follow suit.
You can tell she don't have a lot of respect for him, period, just by the way she was talking.
Oh,
to
she
him.
didn't care at
So
all.
if you're treating the child's parent a certain way, then you're probably going to get some negative energy back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because who gonna right? How
So-
you feel about it, man?
Well, so I have a child, so I have to be mindful of the fact that I'm a package deal too, right? So I've dated, women with children. I've dated, women with children. And typically, if even when we're dating, if we all go out to eat, I'm not gonna not pay for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not going. If we go to the movies, I'm not gonna not pay for your kid. You know what I'm saying? But I also don't feel that I have to. It's just in my nature. It's not an obligation. It should be from the kindness of your heart. If you have to require me to do it, then it ain't in me to do it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
in my situation. Now, let me paint the picture a little bit for me, for y'all, because I'm kind of living this almost. You know what I'm saying? So I got a now 5-month-old, 6-month-old now, right? She has other kids. Now I'm telling her, now y'all know about, y'all here on my platform, right? So I got endorsement deals with clothing lines who like give me products every month for in exchange for advertisement. So I'm telling her like, yeah, I got this endorsement deal with a company who want to give Junior, me and Junior matching clothes. Help promote their brand.
Right.
And she's saying, well, what's the name of the company so I can get some stuff for my other kids? What y'all feel about that? Am I wrong for how should I respond? I'll just say.
So
how
in
should I
other
respond?
words, she basically wanted, even though you have a business deal with this guy, bartering service for merchandise, right? And so she wants to benefit from that for her other kids,
Exactly.
not just the Junior that you have with her.
Exactly.
And I think that that's asking too much, because that's a business deal. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he gives you extra merch and you got extra to give out, that's that. But
If I choose to, if I
yeah,
want to.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, if you let that kid and dad have their moment and let that be they thing, like
Where are those other kids?
like not saying nothing against the kids. You probably I'm pretty sure you treat them all nice and you know what I'm saying accordingly. But why can't me and my son have our moment right now
I think-
and gig on our thing? I get what she's saying, because she probably don't want the other kids to feel some type of way, or she
But
all
is that my
but
problem to correct, though?
exactly, I was just about to say that. But then that comes along with the territory when you have children by multiple men.
But then he didn't live with the girl. They're not married.
That's
They
what
just
I'm
have a kid together, and they not even together.
that's
Oh.
what I
Yeah,
was gonna
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
feel
So that
like-
really,
Yeah.
I don't
that-
feel like he has any responsibility to do anything beyond what he's doing to help her take care of his.
right.
We not
Gotcha.
together.
We
I'm
not
not in the
even in a
house.
relationship.
So
Yeah.
no, you ain't wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong either.
Yeah, see?
Considering that's how I feel.
What
about
I think
that.
is really interesting, Mark, can you put that up?
You expected more than what you was looking to give.
That would have been like it for me though. The way everything she said from start to finish,
we back.
that would have been absolutely it. That would have been the end of us. She wouldn't have had to worry about fixing my kids nothing to eat,
Oh,
30
Mark.
kids and nothing to eat. Nobody.
But was she asking to purchase the items?
Who? No. She was trying to get it on behalf of my, like, in an extension of what, in my established deal.
So that would be no Kiana.
No.
Thanks, Dane.
No, friend. She didn't want to buy them. She just wanted the other kids to have the same
Benefits.
off the love.
Yeah.
Yeah, off the love. Just like, if he,
And then listen,
if
and then
he
the thing
doing
about it is why you can't go wherever else. Like you can go buy Nike and whatever the fuck from wherever else. Why you need?
Why
to
you
know
can't
where I'm-
patronize this? And I was just about to say that
You
would have
can
been
go-
cool if she would have been like, "Hey, can I get?"
And it wasn't that though. That's not what it was.
she wasn't trying to buy nothing.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
trying
Wanna
to get the benefit.
off of my.
Right.
She was trying to benefit.
Can you put that text message up, Mark?
Yes, I can do that. Yes. So explain to them what they're reading right now, D-Mac.
Okay, so this is a text message that a young lady who had a child with a young man who was living with another woman who had no kids. And she was having a tough time, and she wanted the child to be able to go stay with her father for a time over there with the two of them. And so she says this: "Hello, can you please allow Miles to get Faith? I'm struggling really bad and I need help." This is the mom talking to the girlfriend
Who he
of
should
the baby father,
who he lives with.
who he lives with. He said that he can't allow his daughter to spend the night because it's your house and your rules. So I'm asking you, woman to woman. And this woman's response was, "Hey, yeah, she can't stay here. Faith isn't my child, and I won't have responsibility over that or
Wow.
what you and Miles have going on.
Wow.
Have you spoken to his mother? Maybe she can watch Faith until you get better."
Ooh,
Now I need
She
somebody.
foul.
that's out cold.
She filed.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna say this from a perspective that I knew a young lady that was struggling really bad, and she actually reached out to the father. We were in high school together. We went to high school together, and he was dating another woman, and she didn't. That's her response. So she takes her daughter over to his house in broad daylight, drops her daughter off on the weekend that he was supposed to have her. She walked off the porch and she pulled a gun out and blew her head off.
Who walked up the
Wait,
porch?
One of my friends that I went to high school with. So
The
wow.
other woman in the house?
No.
No,
So the
confused.
baby mama,
Right,
which was my friend in high school,
right.
she had that same type of conversation with the father, and then talk with the girlfriend. The same type of response. So then she comes and she says, "Okay, that's fine." She comes and drops her daughter off
Anyway.
at the baby daddy house and the girlfriend house because it was his weekend. Drops her daughter off. I think her daughter had to be about 2. She walks off the steps, pull out a gun, and blew her head off. So now you have your daughter full time. Because when these women reach out like that to
And they
woman
need
to
a
woman,
right-
because if a woman would reach out to me and tell me something like that, I'll be like, absolutely. Because you don't know what that woman's going
Yeah.
through.
And then I'm getting on your ass for her to even have to come
There you
around
go.
and communicate through me
There you
to
go.
get something done for your child.
It's serious. So
That's
now,
not. Yep.
now you stuck for real. And this baby ain't got a mama. And apparently she ain't got a stepmama because she didn't give a damn in the beginning.
Hey, y'all, I need a
So-
lady to call in. 313-723-0481. Call in and give us your thoughts on either one of these situations and tell us how you would handle it or how you feel about how they handled it. But I think this lady in this last segment is just off her rocker altogether.
Which one? The text
The
message?
text message.
Yeah.
Because number one, while the child does not live with him now, just like Mike said, things change. Right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Things change. And so even though you're dating a man whose child doesn't live in the house, you're still dating a man with a child.
Absolutely.
And at some point, that child is going to come before you. And you have to
Absolutely.
respect that.
And most importantly, how can you sit up there and say that, you know, I love you, I love a person, and not love anything that and everything that's attached to them?
Absolutely.
Now that's absurd
That's
to
a
me.
person that loves what you can do for them.
Absolutely.
And how you make them feel in the moment.
There you go.
Well, that's
That's
part
that
of what
type
you
of
do for
person.
them. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's for selfish reasons.
But you got one time to show me you don't care about my child. And
One
that
time.
basically tells me you don't care about me.
So the
You
first
can't care
video,
about me.
Yep. So the first video, that you know, the way he was talking is like, okay, it's not the first time that he didn't notice. So I feel like he had a few red flags before. That sound like, man, I'm fed up.
First of all, he sound like a little soft ass nigga to begin with. Cause like, bro, first of all, I'm gonna need you to like really assert yourself in this situation and be the voice for your child. She talking over you. She telling you what is. What's up, Mike?
So it's a couple reasons why that happened. And I got a 22-year-old daughter. Ain't nobody gonna tell me my daughter can't never come stay with me. But one, if I'm staying with you, it's my place. So a couple things probably could have happened. May not be his place, could be her place, and he's staying with her. So he probably got to listen to what what sits down as law.
I get that, but that's the time to pack your shit and get the fuck
Absolutely.
on.
True.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
You can't put yourself as a man in that position, especially when you got kids. You got to make, no matter where I
should
go or
always
who I
have
stay
your
with.
own
Yes,
shit.
I make sure that it's somewhere that my child can come, no matter how old she is,
Donna
no matter
said,
who I'm talking to or dating.
Donna said, if you can't handle somebody else's child, you should not be dating that man. Period.
That's right, Auntie.
Period.
Yep.
I mean
And that's
that
on the man.
I mean
what
that's
Larry
true,
said.
but people do that all the time, so that's super easy to say.
So then I need this man to stand up and be a man. While you living in her shit and you don't have no say so in the place you laying your head.
That's
Absolutely.
true,
You
but
understand
And you
what
a
I'm saying?
man?
That's the problem right there.
I mean I'm just saying it happens to me and all the
It
time.
does.
That's
I get
the
it. I
issue.
understand.
And I
agree.
believe that's probably what happened because he had.
I don't-
I'm sure he had that discussion and said,
I don't
"My child
understand.
needs to come live with us," and she would. I guarantee it's her place, not his. That's
So
all I'm gonna
check
say.
this out. You see how he handled? I'm sorry, Michelle. You
That's
see
all right.
how he handled it with the mom? He told her, well, this is her house and it's her rules.
Right.
So I'm coming to you woman to woman. The fact that she even had to go to the woman
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I agree.
says what kind of man you are
Let
or
me-
are not. What's up, Michelle?
The fact that you're saying he's a man who raised him, because I need you to know if stuff get thick that much, you're going to have to bust up. I'm just saying it is what it is. My mother had 10 children. And she wasn't married to none of them. But she took care of each and every one of us. She never let no man treat us different or anything like that because my mother, we were her children.
Right.
Just far as a man go, a man need to feel the same way.
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me. Now, should he had a conversation with her? Like, hey, you know, this is what it is. The mama's struggling. I feel a little uncomfortable. She really need me to help hold this down. What's wrong with a man taking care of his baby?
Absolutely.
We birthed these kids. We had
Yep.
these kids. And don't. And,
And we
I'm not saying
family.
all men. I'm not saying all men. But I'm saying it's always mama's babies, daddy's babies.
But
how
you-
dare you, though?
You
know?
you missing
Yeah.
the point. He doesn't have any leverage.
And
That's
that's his fault.
right. I didn't say that it
I
wasn't.
know,
I said
I
it.
know.
I said that it was from the
So
beginning.
check this out. You don't have leverage because you in her shit, right?
Right.
Okay. I hope you in a position to go get your own shit.
My point exactly.
Thank you.
You
True.
understand what I'm saying?
I
'Cause
agree with
sometimes
that.
It's
My
best,
point.
You know, when you date somebody and y'all decide to move together, you have to figure out where you're gonna move. And you know, he probably moved in the middle of a lease period, couldn't put his name on the paperwork type shit, right? So now
Right.
you here though, but do you have the funds to go get your own shit so you can step up for your child?
Because my kid is first.
But you're not telling me no though. He took a no. You not telling me no to
I
my
know that- I
kid.
know that.
So
That's
what
right.
you gonna do, Mike?
If I'm in a shoe, my kid in that shoe
There
with
you
me.
go.
That's what I'm
I know
talking
that's
about.
what I'm
sorry.
That's exactly what I'm
So
talking about.
so he got to stand up for what's right.
Yeah,
He
there you
just
go.
took what she said. And
That's
I feel
right.
like he probably already knew that all along, but didn't think things would change. And things always change when you have kids. Always.
But I want to know, how do you sleep comfortably at night knowing that your child and the mother of your child potentially don't have anywhere to go
And she's struggling.
and she's struggling?
He not.
And you at home with heat, water,
Oh,
gas, food, all of that. So that just says a lot about
He not
his-
sleeping good. Y'all think he is, but he
I
not.
was-
No,
Say.
no,
He not.
he's sleeping comfortably.
No, he not. No, he
Yes,
not,
he
Pete.
is.
I
That nigga sleeping so good.
Pete, I
because
promise you he
there's
not.
no way I could even be laying down.
You wouldn't be
I
sleeping
wouldn't-
comfortably if it was you, because you ain't that kind of nigga.
Exactly.
But it's some
Yeah,
niggas
he
out
is.
But
there.
it's niggas that you see what I'm saying?
Y'all think
It is.
You
They
cut
exist.
different. You wired
It's
different.
something right there on their shoulders. It's something right there on their shoulders. I don't care what type of man they think they are. It's something
Mark,
on them
what's up,
shoulders
Michelle?
telling them like
Mark,
you wrong.
somebody raised Mike. That's all it is. Because my
Women.
ex-husband
Women
lives
raised me.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let me tell you real quick. 10 minutes from where my kids live at. And let me tell you, after our divorce, he got married, had 2 other girls. Our son is his only son that's going to take his name and move it to the next generation. You hear me? Because all the rest of them are girls. They going to get married. They going to lose your last name.
Right.
He ain't even ever taught my son how to throw a damn basketball. So if he sleep all right at nighttime on me, 55,000 and not spending out a day of time with your own son. Our daughter almost died for COVID. He didn't show up at the hospital, okay? So some men, you right, they do. Because who raising who? But they are out there. And it ain't, oh, I got to deal with my crazy baby mama. Because my kids done had phones since they knew how to talk.
I think y'all.
I believe that there is a class of men that would sleep uncomfortably. But I also believe there's a class of men that look for comfort in other people.
Exactly.
Okay,
You
I
know
agree.
what I'm saying?
I agree
so
with
you
that.
comfortable, you make sure you good. And some niggas out here that be like, shit, your baby, your problem.
But
I told you not to have that baby.
Well, I hope he never do nothing because it's gonna be lights out for his ass. If he fuck up, it's over with because she don't even give a damn about the baby, something that's a product of him. So yeah, he better stay 10 toes down with her.
y'all think they sleeping comfortably. I'll just say that they're not. I'm not saying that they gonna do something about it, but trust and believe they're not sleeping as good as you think.
That's some, though. We can't just be general, though. We can't generalize. There are some niggas that don't give a fuck about
No,
their
Yeah.
kids.
it's
And
some.
if they don't give
And
a
there's
fuck,
some women too.
if they don't give a fuck about their kids, they don't give a fuck what their kids eat, what they
Absolutely.
wear,
No,
if they
no,
got
no,
clothes, if they got food, they just go
And
on
there
about their
is some
business.
women.
It's some, cause listen, if
It's
the
both.
shoe was reversing on the other foot, and it was a man calling on the baby mama, telling her like, "Look, I'm messed up right now. I need some assistance. I need you to get the baby for a little while," and she tell him no because her dude said no. Oh, that would have. Let me tell you, it would have got really ugly, and y'all know it.
Hood.
Oh, so you come? She would have been. It would have got ugly. It would have. So you mean to tell me that my son can't come over because your man said something?
And let's just say that in most of those
And that
relationships,
happens all the time.
in
That's no
most of
different.
those relationships, the woman is the man.
Yep.
The woman
Say
is
that.
the
Say
man.
that.
Yep.
The roles have been reversed.
Yes, they
Because
have.
let me tell you, baby, she the man over
What
there.
you just said when you reversed that remind me of that scenario. Remember, it was a viral situation on social media where I believe it was the father who had the kid, and the mother was bringing them a Happy Meal or something like
Oh, yeah,
that.
it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
skit.
Yeah.
It turned
Yeah,
out to be a
it turned out to
skit.
be-
Oh, it
Skit,
was.
but-
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I had said in that moment, like, now if that shoe was on the other foot, if it was reversed and it was the man saying that, everybody would be looking at him like he a bum.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, let's just be clear. It's tight out here, right? Sometimes, let me just give the men the benefit
Everybody
of the
need
doubt.
help.
Or the other party the benefit of the doubt. You may only have enough to do for yours.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody ain't swimming in money. You know what I'm saying? He doing the best he can. His obligation first is his. If there's leftovers, then yeah.
But Mac, I'm not bringing no McDonald's to the house with a house full of
No,
kids.
what you
for
do
my
is come
babies.
pick your kid up
Right.
and go have a play
It's
date
a
at
better
McDonald's.
way. It's
You
a
know
better
what
way
I'm
to
saying?
do that.
And he asked to do that in his defense. I mean,
Oh,
he did
okay.
when he
'Cause I'm
after
not
he
doing
pulled
that.
up. He said, "Well, let him come with me. Let him come with me." And she wouldn't let him do that, and she threw the food.
Kenya said, my ex-husband remarried, does everything for his son. If I'm lacking, he will help. As he should. As he should.
Keisha said, I know a lot of them. I can say them.
And I identify with what Mike said earlier because I had a
hurt 'em.
stepmom and a stepdad that treated me like I was no different than they own.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Well,
so,
my stepdaddy didn't. He stepped in and he was a good guy. My stepmama, Lord have mercy.
my
so-
stepmom still texts me happy birthday every year, to this day.
So
I'll
this-
tell you, and my stepdad, I was a teen mom, and he really stepped up. Like, I lost myself in 9th grade, but I was a teen mother. But he the one that took me and caught 3 buses with me, showed me how to get back in school, and told me when your son is born, if you he asked you to read this book, if you're gonna be able to read it. So, and he's passed now. He's my little brother's dad. But I say this to say, he was one of the best things that ever happened to me. He saved my life. I am who I am because of him. So big cadoodles to these stepdads and stepmoms. It's really stepping up because it's a lot of them out there that is doing the thing. You see what I'm saying?
I think that really separates the maturity, who's grown and who really isn't.
Absolutely.
Because when we really talking about the kid and it's genuinely collectively we a team. So that means step mama, step daddy, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever. It take a village. I remember just recently I had a gathering and Mac was like, I think, was that you, Mac, who was like, I think it's really cool. Somebody said how both of your child's fathers can come together and be cool, and it's been like that. But you know what? I won't have it no other way.
Absolutely.
I won't have it no other way. And you know what? It's vice versa. If anything happens to them and they need me, I'm gonna be there as well.
Absolutely.
And when they bring somebody around, it's, hey, how you doing? Because this is my thing. Whoever you with, I hope that they're good, not only for you, but for the sake of my child, because my child is going to be in their space as well. So I'm going to be kind to you too and feel you out.
What do you want to say, Mike?
So I got a story to share. So I got three. I guess you would say step brothers or step sisters. I don't say that. They my brothers and they my sisters. I've never used that word. My mom loved to use that word. She probably gonna hate this, but it's okay. So one day we was in the car. My dad was driving. I was in the front seat with him. My baby brother and baby sister were in the back seat. I don't tell this story a lot, but I feel like everybody needs to hear this because it's part of what we're talking about. So one day my dad says, Mike, how's your mother doing? And I was like, oh, she's okay. It was a hush in the car. Like a hush.
They didn't even realize y'all didn't have the same mom.
All you heard after about 3-4 minutes of quietness was "Mama, not your mama" from the back seat. Cause I always called their mother mom, cause she never treated me any different. So I was never gonna call her anything different. My mother hates it, but I was like, Mama, she loved me just the same. What do you want me to do? So my dad looked at me and I looked at him. It was just a look of bewilderment, like, they never knew this? I was like, where did they think I was all this time? Because I didn't go stay with them till I was like 15 or 16.
Oh, wow.
But they were
So-
younger though, right?
Well, yeah, they were younger, but I was just like, where did they think I was all this time? They knew they had an older brother. But I never lived with them back then. I didn't
Right.
go stay with them till I was like 16.
That's so funny though.
So
Right.
I was like, where did y'all? I was like, no. I said, I have my own mother. And they was like, oh, wow, mama, not your mama. That's crazy. I said, I can't believe y'all even thought that. I said, where y'all
Because
think
you
I
call
was?
her mama.
They said, we thought you just stayed somewhere else all
But-
this time. And I was like, told my dad, I said, that really touched me because the fact that she's never treated me any different.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that shows
I
the
never
unity.
acted any different.
Yeah,
But they
she's
couldn't even.
It-
They couldn't
That they
even
couldn't
tell.
tell
Yeah.
the difference.
yeah, and
Right.
she's mom to me to this
That's
day.
the point. It shows the unity that they had
Yeah.
in between, you know. And Keisha was saying, I love my stepkids. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. I feel the same way. The funny part about it is when you say that, it's like, I wouldn't change, like I said, my one stepdaughter, you know, I was telling, you know, Corey the other day, I said, listen, that one right there, down. She just down. And then I'm thinking of this. Now, I'm going to tell y'all why, just really quick. I'm going to tell y'all why a lot of us women, I was younger when I first got divorced. I didn't want her touching my kids' hair. I didn't want her doing what? That was so ignorant of me. And I'm just throwing it out there. So now I'm like, dang, I wish they had a stepmama because I need help with birthdays, Christmas. I want to accept the baby,
Right.
the new wife. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But when I was 19, don't touch my baby here. Don't wash my baby up. Don't do this.
And that's what you
And it's
said
so,
about maturity.
yeah, it's so ignorant of us as women because we can be blended families, but a lot of us as women, we're so not mature enough to understand. Now I'm like, dang.
And you make
my-
it hard on the child
Yep,
because now
you
the
do.
child
Yes.
notices or senses the tension or senses the tug
Absolutely.
of war.
Especially if they like
And they
that
don't
other
even
person, too.
know how to
Yeah.
act. You know what I'm saying?
They
But-
was just so immature of me. But now as I got older, I'm like, dang, I want to. Hey, where the stepmom at? I need some food. The kids need some clothes.
If that other person is good to the kid, the parent
point.
gotta understand that that's okay. If that stepdad or stepmom is good to the kid, like my daughter,
We need to normalize what Penelope had going on. We need to normalize you know how you have these pictures where people go on vacation and you got the dad and the new mom and the mom and the new dad and all
Or
the kids
graduation
together and everything.
pictures.
You know, not necessarily like vacationing or nothing, but like for holidays you get together and you can be cordial, you can be cohesive.
Or if the kids have an event at school, all y'all together.
But you know what? Not to cut you off, something that I have always done, and I have two
like that,
children. One thing I've always done is made sure that my kids seen a picture with me and their fathers. So whatever it be, if we had a graduation, every birthday, it's always gonna be a picture of all of us, all three of us. I don't care if we ain't been together since then, or what's important is that to me, it's important for my kids to see both of their parents not only together in the same space, but happy, coexisting, getting along. Because whether we together or not, we family.
Not all together,
We
no.
family.
Why though? Why we
I-
can't be all together in a van?
I
Not
don't
all,
agree.
not all together.
She
Hold
said,
on, but why not? I want to know why not. Like if my daughters play volleyballs, now let me tell you real quickly. My daughter played volleyball all through high school, and it was her senior night at her volleyball. Last game she was gonna play on the floor. Me, my husband, her biological dad never showed up or whatever, but her grandparents came and his sisters came. So why we can't all coexist if we're all there for one purpose, Kenyon? Why not?
People should be able to.
Right. So Mike,
I mean,
why
if,
not?
If it's in the best interest
Right.
of the child. Because the thing about it is, I don't care if we divorce and go on with our separate
It's
lives.
still our
we
child.
still need to maintain a level of normalcy for that child.
I
So,
can
Mike,
tell you
why not?
I can tell you why not.
Why not?
Because anytime a person can't coexist or co-parent, somebody is still harboring some ill feelings. Somebody still got some
feelings.
some animosity. Still got some feelings. Somebody ain't let
Oh, I
something go.
get that part.
Somebody bitter.
But I'm saying-
something is in the way. That's crazy.
I get that part, but what I'm saying is we should be able to.
We
I'm
should.
not saying
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
will,
Yeah.
but we should be
but
able to.
I was saying that because you said, but why not? Because she said, and I said, this is why.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this is why. Something else
That's
is
right.
It's a gray area somewhere. in there
Dane
somewhere.
said, y'all all still family no matter what. I don't agree
Thank
with
you.
that. What put
Why
put your
put your
feelings in front of the other. Basically, put your feelings aside for the importance of the kids.
Yeah. Yeah. 'cause
I mean, I
that's
get
what
it.
it's all for.
Well, I'm a mad at they auntie, so I'm gonna tell they auntie and they grandparents, you can't come because they daddy ain't shit. That don't work for me because guess what? His parents is their only set of grandparents left. First of all, second of all, they the best thing. Like I tell my kids, it ain't even about what they buy you; it's about the relationship you have with your
There-
grandparents.
there you go.
And his brother kids don't even come to the grandparents' house because all they did was pass out Bibles for Christmas. Well, if that's what they gave you a piece of the Lord. And if that ain't what you wanted, you smile and you humbly go the other way because at the end of the day, it's the relationship. It's
Yep.
not monetary. You can never replace your family members, especially your grandparents, because my kids don't have my mother. My mother passed at 57. So they don't have that. So you got to teach your kids, humble your kids. And I just think they should all be able to be together. Mike, I'm
What's up,
listening.
Mike?
I don't agree that the parents got to get along, and I'm not for that. I'm sorry. My daughter's 22. Me
Is
and
that
her
be-
mother
is
has
it-
not gotten along in 22 years. So
is
but
that why you
we got her
believe they
to
don't have
22.
So y'all don't go. So when she graduated from high school, you didn't go?
I was there. I
That's
didn't
my
have,
point.
But what
it
does
wasn't-
don't get along? What does that mean? Like, what do you mean y'all don't get along?
You just said, like you said, y'all taking pictures and stuff. I'm not taking pictures with them. I'm taking pictures with my daughter. I'm sorry, I'm taking pictures with my daughter. But like you said, the grandparents and stuff, that's a different story. You go ahead and you do that. But I am not, no, I'm not for, I'm not going to fake it till I make it. If we don't get along, we don't get along. But the one thing we can do is we can raise her. We ain't got to get along to raise her. She 22. Baby on the
So-
way. Good job. All that good stuff. Now, thank you, Kayla. Daddy love you. Just want to say that. But I'm just saying, when when they do something for my grandbaby, they gonna do something for my grandbaby. When I do
So you
something for
not
my
gonna go to the
grandbaby,
baby shower?
huh?
You not gonna go to the
So
baby
y'all
shower?
had to have two separate baby
Hold on.
showers?
When she
I
gives,
didn't. No, I didn't go to that baby shower. No.
Why not?
wow,
So
that's deep.
This is why.
You
Yeah,
really
I get.
hate her, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
No.
Did she hurt
This-
you, Mike?
No. She. I mean, yes.
She hurt.
Yeah, no,
Because I
well,
hear the
first of
hurt.
all-
I hear the hurt.
First of all, we hurt each other, one.
Okay.
But we
Right.
were young.
I got
We
you.
didn't know what we were doing. We
So
were
when
young.
my-
I will gladly say that.
Okay.
But
Like when my daughter graduated from middle school, because he wasn't around when she graduated from high school. He came to her graduation. Listen to this. I didn't have no ill feelings. But when she asked to take a picture with me and him, do you think I rejected her? Absolutely not. We took a picture.
I was gonna
I
ask
did it
you
for
that.
my
she's
daughter,
not
though.
asking. She's not
But if
asking.
she
What if
asked-
she
and I'm not
did?
asking.
But
But
what
if
if
she
she
asked,
did?
Hold on, y'all.
would you
Hold
do
on,
it?
y'all. We got to one at a time.
sorry. She's not asking.
If she asked,
If she asked,
would you do it?
no.
Ooh.
Because
At
I'm not
this
fake.
age, right? At 22, you wouldn't do it. If she was
Junior
8
high.
years old, 9 years old, and asked you to do it, would you do it to please your
Like,
daughter?
hey, take a
No.
picture.
You still wouldn't?
Because my daughter
Why?
Because my daughter already. My daughter knows.
Okay.
This is not going to affect anything. No, I'm not faking it
Kiana
till I make it.
says, Mike, what's with that gray area? Hurt feelings, trauma?
I clearly just said yes. We were young.
Yeah.
My first love, yes. Her first love, yes.
Okay.
So do she hate me? I don't hate her, but she probably hates me. But that's okay. We were young. We didn't know what we were doing.
But how long has it been? It's been a
That's
minute,
not
right?
No, see, y'all taking it to the
No,
left.
we're just
All I'm
asking.
saying
No,
is
just asking questions.
all I'm saying is I'm not gonna fake anything. You don't like me and I don't like you.
And so
There's
it's
no
best
need-
that we not be in each other's company.
There you go. There's no
You know
need. There's no need for me to
My
be
oldest
taking a
son-
family photo and
my
we
oldest
no,
son-
we're not doing that. I will take a picture with my daughter. If you ask me to take a picture of you and her and your husband, I will do that. But that's it. It ain't no I'm coming to something you throwing. One, you're not going to invite me. That's cool. But what I do want you to do, you can invite my dad and my mama because they ain't did nothing to you.
So
You
wait.
don't hate them. You don't feel some type of way about them. And they would probably go.
Michelle, hot. What's up? She coming
Hold
in.
on.
I was just
Hold
about to say.
She coming in hot.
He got
So Mike
somebody
said-
that agree with him too.
Listen.
just to let you know.
Right.
Mike
Because I
said-
keep it real.
But
Okay.
no,
Okay,
Jenny
y'all.
said I understand Mike and I understand both ways. But hold on. Mike just said something, y'all. Did y'all catch that? She's not gonna invite me anyway. So if she invited you. Cause what if something, God forbid, happened to the kid and y'all all at the hospital, and so you just not gonna go to the hospital to see about your baby and it's life and death, and because you don't want to be in the same room with her?
No. I'm not saying we can't be in the same
But
room.
Mike-
what y'all saying is
ain't
if we
taking no
taking
family
family
photos.
pictures, if we
Yeah.
acting like we
I feel
really
it.
enjoy
But
each
you
other's
just
company,
said-
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
But you just said because she's not gonna invite you. What if she invited you?
Well,
That's
how can
good. The invite would stay there like an unread message.
No.
That's what it would be.
he's-
Like you don't look at that unread text. That's what it would be.
I feel him in my
Jenny
situation.
said,
They
I
were like that.
understand, Mike. I
But
understand
my first
both
son's
ways.
mom, and when he was first born, you know, she asked about taking pictures together, and I'm like, no, this is not. I'm not about to. This was never that. So
But it was never that. But Mike, I think Mike was in a whole relationship with this woman.
We work together, and that's
So
okay. But
hurt
like I said,
hurt people.
we were young. Yeah, it hurt. Yes.
Yeah, see his situation.
I said she hurt, and I'm
Okay, so
probably
that's-
hurt,
that's
but
the component that's
that
different,
but
yeah.
that's okay. Like I'm over it. That's cool. But I'm not gonna fade the funk now. I don't care how old I get. We don't get along.
I feel like it's some people I can't be in the same room with, but
We could be in the same room, but I ain't talking to you.
I mean, there's some people
She could
I
be
really
over there.
literally can't be in the same room
Yeah,
with, so I feel it.
Jenny,
You know
Jenny
what I'm
said, "What if Mike is just keeping it that way to keep the drama down for the sake of the child?" But he just said they could be in the same room. It's something deeper than that.
No,
but
Mike
love
said
you,
we could be
Mike.
in the same room, but we ain't about to
Right,
be pretending
so-
taking family photos, acting like we good.
Pretending-
doing that.
Right.
We ain't
Pretending
taking
it's
no-
something that it's
we
not.
not taking no shots
Okay.
together. We not
Can
doing
I say
that.
something? I get it. You don't want to be fake. I have not always been on the same page with both of my kids' fathers, and we've had functions together. But yes, y'all gonna get in this damn picture. You gonna slap a
Exactly.
fucking smile on your face. Because guess what? It's not
Exactly.
about you today. It's not about me today. It's about my kid. And I just think that at some point in their life, they would like to go back and be like, see,
Right.
I don't know about y'all, but we had photo albums, okay?
Right.
We had photo albums. I still got them. My mama got photo albums. And in those photo albums, we got cousins, we got brothers, we have decades full of memories. And when my kids grow up, I want them to be able to go to whatever they using to look at photos, even if they have to print them out and be like, look, this was mama and daddy when at the
My
fifth
point
birth-
exactly.
This is when we went here because I just feel like this is just me, and don't just my opinion. For the sake of the kid, people say, "Well, okay, Jen, I heard you. I get you, Mike." Well, maybe they do that because to keep down the drama, right? But kids ain't dumb. You can only fake it till you make it to a certain
Absolutely.
extent. Okay,
And so that's why Mike said I ain't even about to start faking it.
But
okay,
Kiana
right.
said, Mike, you ain't
So
over
why
it.
even start?
You know what I'm saying?
So no. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kiana, I'm not over it. Okay. So I'll tell you how much I am over it. So my daughter,
love you.
my daughter's mother is married for the second time, I believe. Okay. So once she divorced the first guy, me and him, we knew each other. Okay. So he went on Facebook, started some bashing or whatever the case may be, and tagged me like, "Ain't I right?" Woo woo woo. Bam.
Bashing her?
Yeah.
Damn.
I said, "Oh, my baby." The one thing I
first-
will,
the other
the
husband.
first husband, yeah. After they were done, the one thing I said, "Don't ever tag me like this again." I said, "We may not get along, but the one thing I will never do
It's gang up with you.
is talk. No, not gang up with him, but it's talk about her. One thing she did was gave me my daughter. Period. Love her for that. That's it. That's where it drops. I'm not talking about her, especially with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like you said, ganging. I'm not ganging up on her with you. But I said I'm not about that. So I am over it. It's not about being over
Mike,
it.
I'ma
It's
tell
just
you,
about being mature.
I actually agree with you, and I'm going to say why. Because at first I was kind of questioning what you were saying. I was like, damn, it's still some hurt. But just like Jen said, what if it's such an unhealthy situation for the child? And the child not knowing everything involved, right? Oh, I want my mommy and my daddy at this, right? But you're not understanding what's happening on the adult level as a child that's bringing contention that if we were to do this, that it could possibly damage you rather than help you. So there's wisdom in understanding what you know you can handle and what you know you can't.
I agree with that, and I know what I can handle. Y'all say it's hurt there. Of course it would be hurt there. She was my first love. It didn't work out. Do I feel some type of way? Of course. But I don't hold any ill will toward her.
You don't wish nothing bad on her.
No.
You just don't want to fuck with
and
her.
I knew I would never have another kid.
Yeah.
After that, I'm good. My
yeah,
dad always
she
be like,
fucked
have
you
another
up.
baby. You will be whatever. No, I'm good.
She'll say,
She fucks you up. You don't have no other children?
No, I got my one daughter. And that's
Ooh, baby, she put it down.
One and I'm done.
Mike was like,
But
wish
I
the
had a
fuck I
dude
would
back
have
in the
another
day.
baby mama.
I had a
Yep.
dude back in the
Yep,
day.
That's what I said. I'm not ever going through the baby mama stage ever again in life.
I had a dude back in the day when you had no kids together, but he told me he would never date another white woman because of what I did to him.
Damn.
And I don't even know what I
Drop a bomb on that. Yeah.
I know y'all thought Michelle was black.
Right. I'm like, damn, you white?
Bless
Shit,
it.
like,
She grew
My
up on Van
coworkers
Dyke
did.
on the E-way, and she about that life.
I am.
But she got a little something in her though.
Yeah.
She got a little something in her.
That my daddy. I was raised. My father was actually my sister and brother's father was black, and he adopted me when I was 2. So yeah, Van Dyke, Harper, Life. That's where I come
Okay,
from.
so Michelle,
I don't fake it.
Are you all white or are you mixed? Because I thought you was mixed.
I'm mixed.
Oh, okay.
Are you?
No, I'm tripping.
she ain't mixed. Look at her hair.
Michelle,
Y'all want me to
I was
stand
looking
up?
at.
Y'all
I
want me to
was looking-
stand up? Y'all want me to
Michelle
stand
is-
up?
Oh yeah.
Hold up.
Y'all got it.
No,
Do
it's
the-
white
do the-
girls
do the
with ass
cam.
nowadays.
check this out,
And
Michelle.
it's natural, Mark.
In the culture that
Baby,
we living in,
My
Michelle.
mama gave me this.
Michelle's what you would call trans black.
Trans black.
She's
Y'all
trans
see
black.
my auntie laughing.
Look.
That's my mama's sister, y'all.
Hey, look, Mac.
Auntie.
Mac, have her do the 7 Mile cam. 7 Mile cam. She's
Listen.
talking about.
Y'all want to know about this? Talking about
Wait,
she
who-
is
who is-
all white.
Yeah,
That's my auntie.
That's her auntie. Yeah, I'm looking at her
said
That's
auntie.
all
my
Yeah.
white.
mom's. That's my mom's
Yeah, she
only
look
sibling
German, like
left.
she-
Who is Donna Mitchell? I want to know who Donna
Her
Mitchell is.
auntie.
That's my aunt.
That's your auntie?
That's my mom's only sibling left.
Because she
y'all.
said I'm
Wait,
overreacting.
you
how
ain't all
how
black,
how
all
am I
white.
overreacting?
Kiana is funny, y'all.
You're not all white. You are infused from culture
I
and
love
environment.
She's infused with Harper.
We love, Dave. What you
I
laughing
was about to say
for?
that. She said Harper, so
Harper and
yeah.
Van Dyke.
yeah,
Harper
she-
and Van
That's what I'm
Dyke.
saying.
I went to Burroughs.
Environment.
I got a
I
question.
went to
culture.
Williams Elementary. I went to Burroughs Middle
affected-
School.
You,
You married, right?
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, all my children are biracial.
Okay. I knew.
All
I knew
my
it.
siblings are biracial.
So you
I knew
definitely
it.
got some black
Oh,
in
really?
you.
Yeah, I knew it. I figured
We
that.
men in black.
She got a drop somewhere in there.
Hey,
She got a drop.
but I was, my mom is a little Irish, a little German, but
Yeah,
that's my
I see
mom's
that's
only.
what I said. When I look at your
my
auntie,
mom's only sister.
she looked German. I lived in Germany.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
I was to talk to her on the phone and never see her
You
face,
would
I
not.
would,
Oh, no.
I swear to God, I'd be
Oh no,
like,
I done been on interviews.
My
and
dad
I've
served
met-
over in Germany.
I
yeah.
met people in person, and they was like, I was looking for Michelle, and I was like, and I was looking for, and they like, whoa. And I said, what's wrong? They was like, I thought you was black.
yeah.
But it's all good. I mean, my granny was black. I know how to cook collard greens. We get it
You
in,
cook-
okay? Huh?
You cook chicklets?
Oh, I can cook it all.
All right,
But I
now.
don't eat
found somebody
chitlins, y'all. I
that
didn't
can
get
cook
that
them.
far.
Can you cook them?
Can I cook chitlins? No, because I don't want them.
Good.
I gotta find somebody to cook chitlins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
You
want
eat-
some
Oh,
this
you want some?
Thanksgiving.
Eat
The
chitlins.
There go P.
Ask
P
my
gonna get
mama.
it.
No,
Oh, not P.
no, I'm not.
No,
But
they
my-
stank,
Ma,
y'all.
if you
I'm
watch
sorry.
it, can you get Mac
Ma.
together? She
You
will-
like hot moss too, D man?
Thanksgiving. No.
Oh, just
I
oh,
can't.
chitlins.
Chitlins.
Oh,
I
Just
don't
the
eat
intestines.
those.
Oh, okay,
Michelle.
okay.
I do not eat chitlins.
My-
Listen, when
I
I,
don't
was
either.
younger, I used to eat them, and then when I grew up and figured out what they were and knew that I didn't have to eat that shit anymore,
My
I
granny
stopped.
But
Try
you
to
never,
get
my
you,
mama to help
you
me
never
out.
had to eat it. You never had to.
Okay,
No.
so yeah.
I mean, with some hot sauce, I just thought I was supposed to eat that shit. I mean, it was
So it was good. So why did you stop?
nah.
Don't be mad at
All right,
Auntie.
Mike. I want to do a role play with you real quick.
Okay.
Let's,
Oh,
let's,
God.
let's
Oh, this
act-
gonna be
Let's
fun.
act out. This. I'm your baby mama.
Mac, you the baby mama?
Listen, I hope
I hit the wrong
y'all are
button.
paying attention. This is about to be good soup
It's
right
about
here.
to go down.
This is chicken noodle soup, homemade.
Not
hold on
not
a
the
sec.
baby mama you don't want to be around. I'm the one you live with right now, right?
Yeah.
We live together.
That will never happen again.
I got a kid.
Okay.
No, you got a kid. I don't.
Okay.
And I really don't want to deal with no kids because I don't have none, right?
All right.
So here we go. You come to me and ask me, like, not ask me, but you come tell me you need to let your kid come live with you. Let's play it out. Let's go.
All right. Wait. So you said I'm
You the
telling you.
dude in the video.
Okay. Okay. One, I'm not gonna tell you anything. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna say, hey, we need to have a conversation. Honey.
Right. See, that's the right approach.
Okay. And you'll
That'll
probably be
get
like,
a
what
motherfucker
about?
listening.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Uh-huh.
Hey, my baby mama having a hard time right now. She said the baby need to come stay with us. What you think?
I listen. I don't have no kids. I don't even know how to be no mama. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm her mama. And nah.
Okay, that's cool. I'm not asking you to be her mama. I'm just telling you she needs to come stay with us because her mama is having a hard time. There's nobody else that can take her, and I'm her daddy. This is this is where she come. But I understand where you're coming from. But you already knew what you were getting into because you knew I had a kid.
Okay, you got a kid though. I don't have no kid.
Okay.
You got a kid.
Yep, I do. I do.
And so,
mhm.
and this my house, and I don't want no kids in my house. I ain't childproof my house. I ain't got no plug-ins and outlets. I ain't got no rubber shits on the edge of the I don't feel like doing all that shit. So I don't want no kid up in here. I don't want to have to transform my house for no kid.
Okay, that's cool. But she's 15.
She's still a motherfucking kid.
Yeah, but you ain't got to
And then
edge-proof
she
the
gonna
house
be-
and
she
child-proof the house.
Okay, but we didn't establish age before the role play. So let's just presume that she a motherfucking
We gonna presume she a
You
baby.
done hit me with the ace card.
We gonna presume she a baby.
Let's just assume she a motherfucking toddler.
Okay.
And she don't know how to do hair.
And
Fuck
I don't know
that.
how to do hair, and I don't feel like dealing with no crying and no attitudes. My house is peace.
And she
And
got
she
glass
might-
tables
and
and
she might be on her
I
period.
don't want all that in my house.
with
All right.
fine china.
That's cool. So you don't need to do no hair. I can take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to change no diapers. I can take care of that. She gonna go to daycare when she get. I'm taking her and I'm picking her up. When we here, we
So
here.
you're basically saying I ain't gotta do shit?
I ain't say that. I said when we here, we here. You ain't got to take her to daycare. You ain't got to pick her up from daycare. I'll do that. You ain't got to
But I
worry
gotta
about no
sit up
hair.
and watch cartoons and shit when she want to watch cartoons. What if I don't want to watch cartoons?
She a baby.
And I don't have none.
Okay.
You do.
That you know what, and that's cool. So what's gonna happen is she gonna come here till we find somewhere else for me and her to go.
But see, what you can't do And what you want to do is tell me what we gonna do about shit.
Okay, you're right. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go ahead and pack our stuff, and we're gonna go stay somewhere else until I find somewhere else for me and my child to go.
Oh my God, I ain't say all that, Mike. And that's how that shit go.
That is how it go, but I don't know what more you want me to say.
Now you tripping.
Mike, you let that conversation go on
It
too
went
long
too
for
long.
my liking.
I was waiting
would have
on
been
you to
like,
check me.
bitch.
But no,
Fuck
I'm not.
you.
I'm not.
No?
I'm not
He's
like
reasoning.
that.
He
I
having-
like
trying to
to,
have a
yeah,
conversation
I
and
like to
What
hear
I
what you have to
did
say.
respect about your approach, right? So whatever concern she gave you, you
He
came
took care of
back
that
with
shit,
an
yeah.
answer like you're not gonna have to be concerned about that. You're not gonna. So with a reasonable woman, I think your case would have been heard. But I did that just on
Yeah,
purpose.
an
You know
unreasonable
what I'm saying?
woman.
Yeah.
That just we gotta go tonight,
Right.
Because she gonna be tripping about
and
every single
that
thing.
decision could have been made right after the first bullshit she said.
But yeah,
I'm sorry. I just do not agree with that shit. Like, I wish the
What?
fuck... Yeah, that shit went on way too motherfucking long.
but it
Exactly.
really didn't. That was a good. No. That was
hold
a
on.
good conversation.
No, that conversation, that was nice. Okay? It ain't no way in hell. I'm just sitting up here the whole time y'all was playing this out, right? I was thinking that, this shit was happening to me in real life. I swear to God. I'm like, okay, I'm the person and shit, right? Okay. All right, boom, go. All right, yeah, baby. Look, babe, the kids, Maddie and Marty, they gotta come over here, and the first time
He would've
this
rejected.
motherfucker it wouldn't have been no. You ain't got.
It'd have been like, I'm out.
It wouldn't have been. Listen, the relationship is over, my nigga.
Right.
You
Right.
right. You right. You ain't got no motherfucker.
You right.
And bitch, you ain't got no woman
'Cause
either.
he-
Cause I'm out
Say
this
that
motherfucker.
There you go.
That
There you go.
shit went on
Because he
way
was
too
that
long.
shit.
I
Hell
agree.
no.
I agree. He was really kind about the
Mike is
situation.
a reasoning.
Yes,
the
you
moment-
are very kind.
But
'Cause
I am. I'm a
You
guy.
nice,
Right,
nice.
and that's cool. And that's cool. And that's why. Never mind.
Don't do it, Shelly Shell, 'cause I'm reading
I
your
love
mind right
you.
now.
I love Mike.
do it,
But
Shelly
this is the
Shell.
reason why some of the situations we're in because we weren't more
Put your foot
Assertive.
down.
stern.
Yeah.
Because
Put your foot
I'm
down.
with P. The mama should have been like, I ain't got no fucking kids. You
Oh,
ain't got
you
no
ain't got
woman.
no-
I'm
yeah.
out. The fuck is you
Nigga.
saying?
No,
I'm
that's
a
how I
lay
would've
and,
been as a- like,
hold on,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
a
not
lay
like-
and cuddle
And
with
then
you, and my
Because now,
kids
because
can't.
as a man, because
Thank
right,
you.
as the man, right, on the man, what you're doing is if you accept what them terms and conditions is, now you putting her before your kid.
Absolutely.
Yep. There we go.
But
Let's
Mika-
talk about it.
so
That's
it's-
what I'm talking about right there.
So
And
yeah,
then-
I'm out of there. Dog. Like you not.
I'm out.
you-
We ain't
you
even
not-
having this
you don't- you don't-
conversation.
You're not because what that means is if I was in need, well, again that brought me
what I
back to my other
said.
original question.
Drop the mic.
Why am I in this relationship? Because you
Yeah.
don't care about me. It's like some kind of a benefit. I'm just a emergency dick in the glass for you. In the house.
Where are we
Exactly.
going from here if my kid can't even come here? Like, so what if shit really get bad? What if we get put out of this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Like, what if shit like get bad?
You showing me for better or for worse
What if
before
I
it even
get?
got there.
Nah, she ain't the
Never
one.
let your first hand know what your left hand got.
Listen, it's 10:28, y'all. We're
It
gonna
is.
Wrap
let
it up.
everybody go around and give their final thoughts on these situations and just the
Should we
topic
start
as a
with
whole.
Mike first?
Let's start with Mr.
Yeah,
Mike.
Mike.
Our kind and gentle
We love you,
soul.
Mike.
So, Michaela, I just want to respond to you
Oh,
real quick
Lord.
because you was
This is final thought.
yeah, this is my final thought.
This
you,
the final
you
thought,
said
y'all.
you was like, oh, he didn't put it down, whatever. First of all, as a man with kids or a child, but men that have kids, you have to put yourself in a position where no matter what she says, you're going to be okay.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I've never lived with a woman where it was on her terms, so I never had that issue. I've had my own place. If I stayed, it was in my name. So if something happened like that, it didn't matter what she said. We would have the conversation, but at the end of the day, my child is coming to be with me because that's something that I made, and she needs her dad, she needs her father,
Absolutely.
and that's what's going to happen.
Say that, Mike. P, what's up? What's your final thought?
If my kids ain't welcome, neither am I. Don't come to me. I'm that type of person. Like, if you can't fuck with my kids,
Yeah.
if they get on your nerves, if my son run around too much, if my daughter attitude fuck with you like that much, if them being around is a deal breaker, just don't come for P, because I ain't the one for you.
Say that.
And I'm out.
Shelly Shell.
So I'm going to piggyback off P because any real woman is going to piggyback off P.
If you say that.
I'm a package deal. And you knew that when you met me, cause I don't have my kids. I ain't never not disclosed my kids. So if you ain't fucking with my kids, you ain't fucking with me, and that's all that's to it. Because if you once you allow them to fuck with you and not fuck with your kids, then you done put them before your kids. And
they
you
know that now.
And you ain't even a real
That
motherfucking
part.
woman at that point.
That
so
part.
I'm out, y'all.
I say this: if you don't want to fuck with no kids, date a motherfucker that ain't got no kids. That's my final motherfucking thought.
Preach.
And we out. This
She dropped the
motherfucker.
gem. Oh, I
And
want to
we out.
dedicate this to Mary Kate.
And we want to
Is that
say,
the baby mama?
hey, thank y'all for tuning in.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile